Hey guys, welcome into Amanda's Favorites. At the start of this month, I introduced the new softbound planner that I designed with Laurel Denise. And I bet a lot of y'all are wondering, how does this stack up against the other bookbound planners that I've used and loved over just the past couple years, like Passion Planner or Hemlock and Oak? Well, today I'm delivering. We're going to compare my collab planner with all the other amazing options out there so you can decide which one works best for you. Now, at the time I'm recording this video, the Laurel Denise planner has not even launched yet. So I don't know if it's sold out yet or not, but it is a limited supply if there's any left because it's the first run of it, you guys. I have my full review video up walking you through my collab planner with Laurel Denise, as well as full updated review videos on Hemlock and Oak, Passion Planner, and momAgenda. This is not the newest momAgenda. It's about to arrive any day now, and there will already be a new launch video up for it. So we will link all those new review videos down below. And I do have a discount code for every single one of these companies, you guys, and affiliate links. And if this video helps you find your next planner and you're not already supporting another creator, consider using my affiliate link when you purchase. It only takes a couple of seconds and it supports me more than you know. Now, without any more chitter chatter, let's jump into this planner comparison. First of all, I just want to show you all the different page layouts. We are not going to go over every detail of the planner. We're going to talk mainly about the weekly layouts and the paper feel and pen testing. And also I'll show you the monthly layouts and kind of any extras that come in between your monthlies. But for the real detailed review videos, you need to click down below. All right, first of all, let's just look at paper color here. As you can see, Laurel Denise and momAgenda are the whitest paper. You have a little bit of a kind of a gray scale on the Passion Planner and just a little bit more muted white on Hemlock and Oak. You have rounded corners on Passion Planner, momAgenda, and Laurel Denise, and you have square corners on the Hemlock and Oak. You have 80-pound paper in the Hemlock and Oak, Laurel Denise, and Passion Planner. You have 70-pound paper in the momAgenda, and I will show you pen testing later on that. But everyone's going to ask about paper feel because I've already been getting questions about this even before this planner launched. And if you want to hear the whole story about how this collab planner with Laurel Denise came to be, that is all in the launch video. That's linked down in the description. So Laurel Denise paper, I'll just assume you've never used her planners, but if you have used her planners, this is the same 80-pound paper. That's the little half sheets in all her planners. So it is 80-pound, feels very nice to the touch. It takes all pen really well. It's not overly smooth, but I wouldn't call it toothy paper. Passion Planner, I would call a tiny bit smoother than Laurel Denise, but not overly smooth. It's a really nice 80-pound paper. Also, I would say these feel very similar, but Passion Planner probably feels a tiny bit thicker, even though they're 80-pound paper, you guys. All 80-pound paper is from different paper mills, so it's going to feel very different. I love Passion Planner paper. I also love Laurel Denise paper, but I've never had a big planner to write in with Laurel Denise on the 80-pound paper because the 80-pound paper is always the little half flip sheets. So as I get in and get to use this, let me tell you, I'm definitely going to keep you updated on this planner. The momAgenda paper, of course, does not feel as thick because it's 70-pound, but it's not an overly smooth paper. It's not as smooth as Passion Planner. It probably feels kind of similar to Laurel Denise, where not overly smooth, but it's just not as thick. It does handle pen really well for 70-pound paper though. And then Hemlock and Oak, you guys, is a really nice 80-pound paper. It's probably, the smoothest of all of these, but not slick. And I would probably have to say, if you were going for like the thickest feel out of all of these, I think it would be the Hemlock Oak, if just by feeling it. Once again, these three are all 80-pound, but paper weight is not the only indicator of how a paper is going to feel, obviously. Hemlock and Oak is a really nice paper. Okay, so now we've kind of got the paper talk down. Once we get into each planner, I'm going to share the pen test. And if you are looking for a timed weekly planner, then Passion Planner and Hemlock and Oak are going to be your best bets. This is the B5 Hemlock and Oak. This B5 is the same size as the Laurel Denise, same size as medium Passion Planner. The momAgenda is just a tiny bit smaller at 7 by 9. It goes from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. with half-hour line slots. line slots. You could extend that. The Passion Planner goes from 6 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. with half-hour line slots. Although the Passion Planner lines are the smallest lines. And then I would say the Hemlock and Oak B5 is next. And then the momAgenda would be next. And the Laurel Denise are 1/4 of an inch lines being your biggest spacing out of all of these. When we get to the Laurel Denise, I will place some tape in there. She has timed washi. So if you need half-hour line slots, she has an option for you. If you need just hour line slots, she has an option for you. And it is exactly spaced to fit her planner. So if you like her planner best and you just really need time slots in there, I will show you how to do that too. Let's just compare each layout next to Laurel Denise since she's the new one in the game. So here you can see the paper color right next to each other. You can see that Hemlock and Oak has that graph grid all throughout, and you have your timed days on every single day of the week. I also just wanted to lay down this timed washi in the Laurel Denise for you to show you this is her half-hour time tape. If you go from 6 a.m., you can go till 5 p.m. with half-hour line slots. If you go from 6 a.m. with just the hourly time tape, then you could go almost to a 24-hour mark here. If you just want to stop at like 8 p.m., 9, 10, 11, 12, you're still going to have some extra lines there that you can play with. So you can basically put this anywhere you want on the page. If you wanted to bump your timeline tape down and just have your timetable for the day down here and have your to-dos for the day up here, that's also an option. So with the washi tape, it really gives you a lot of options, plus to even change up from week or season by season. If it's working for you, if it's not working for you, change it up. Also, it gives you the option to only have it like on a Monday and a Thursday as a guide for you. And it kind of leaves the page more free, more open, less cluttered, in my opinion. I believe their spacing is 0.4 centimeters. The Laurel Denise line spacing is 0.25 of an inch. And that is just the perfect line spacing for me. That's also the line spacing in all her other planners. Then you have dot grid down below, completely free for any lists you want to make, any notes. You could write all the way across. You can make numerous lists. You can make gratitudes, quotes, decorate it up. So this also makes a great planner as like a memory keeper or a journal, or if you want to combine that with your weekly planning. Nothing in this space so that it's completely open for whatever you need. If you want this to be your weekly to-do list, you can craft that however you want. If you want it to be like a habit tracker, you add there. I have habit trackers in my digital download shop that would fit here or down here, so you could add it to your Laurel Denise that way. But you can see these two are probably the most similar in that you have that space at the bottom for lists. There's just not quite as much space in the Hemlock and Oak, but it's pretty close. It's just a little extra room in the Laurel Denise at the bottom. But one thing that I love about the Laurel Denise and that I requested was enough room at the top to put washi tape. So there is just enough room at the top to put a washi tape strip and decorate that way. Yes, I've already started to redate this. In case you want to know, the dates that work the best is April fits right in with July, and then May fits in with January 2026. And June fits in with March 2026. So starting on the same day and having the same number of days. Only one of these didn't have the same number of days, but that's what worked out best for me. And that's what I'm using so that I can start it in April. And yes, I will have to get another one so that I can start it in July and use it. But it's my collab planner and I need to start using it so I can have feedback on it, so I can know how it feels. I'm sharing like weekly about it on Instagram. And also I couldn't wait to start using it. So here are a few more differences. In Hemlock and Oak, you have the tiny little calendar up there for your month. You do not have that in the Laurel Denise. You have the holidays here in the Laurel Denise below the day, and you have the holiday marked above the day and the moon phases in the Hemlock and Oak. In the Hemlock and Oak, you also have a monthly review page to review your previous month, and then a next month's overview page. I go over all that in detail in the review video. We do not have that in the Laurel Denise, but stay tuned. If we get enough feedback, I would actually like to add maybe I shouldn't start talking about things I want to change in the future, but I would actually like to add a dashboard 2-page spread either before or after the monthly layout. So you can chime in on that and let me know if that's something you would like. But theirs is open on one side and then has guided questions on the other for both of those. Here is what your monthly layout looks like. In Laurel Denise, you can pick Monday or Sunday start. Whichever start you pick, it's going to be the same for your weekly layout. So if you pick Monday start on your month, then it's going to be a Monday start on your weekly. I prefer a Monday start on my weekly. I can't live without a Monday start on my weekly. So I have to do Monday start, and I can live with it on my monthly. And I just like to box in Saturday and Sunday. And that reminds my mind that that's the weekend on my monthly layout. So that's how I like to do it. Your graph grid for Hemlock and Oak continues on your entire monthly layout. Hemlock and Oak has little tiny tick off boxes down the side there, very light with the graph grid. No boxes here, just a notes section. You do have your next 2 months at a glance up here. So this is July. Remember, I just redated to April. So your next 2 months at a glance are up there, and a big border for you to put any decorations or whatnot that you want on there. As you can see though, there are only 5 weeks in the Laurel Denise monthly layout. There are 6 weeks in the Hemlock and Oak. I know that means a lot to a lot of people, and going in and coming out with a very light gray there. There is a light gray going in and coming out with the Laurel Denise also. And you do have holidays. I have whited them out, so I probably should be showing you a month I haven't changed. Your holidays are on the Laurel Denise there, and your holidays are also at the bottom on your Hemlock and Oak. At the bottom of your Hemlock and Oak, every page is numbered, and it tells you like you're on month 3. There is nothing at the bottom of the Laurel Denise page. This is a calendar year Hemlock and Oak. They do not make an academic year. This is the academic year Laurel Denise, and then they will make a calendar year too. So if this one sells out and you missed out, it'll be coming back for calendar year. But this is how the Laurel Denise is separated when you don't have enough weeks in there, since there's only 5 weeks, is you just have a box across. I much prefer that over the triangle box. So the Laurel Denise boxes are a tiny bit longer than your Hemlock and Oak, just because they have the 6 weeks on there, and they don't have as much real estate up here for if you want to decorate or put anything. But they are utilizing the page so well because they are putting those 6 weeks on there so that you never have to have a split day. And I'm showing you all these planners today because I know that everyone needs something different in their planner and prefers something different, even in different seasons of their life. And I just want you to be able to pick the one that is best for you and not waste your money. You have 2 ribbon bookmarks in the Hemlock and Oak. They are satin, and they do pass the ribbon bookmark and go to the edge, and they match your cover. This is a linen, like coated cover. As you can see, it does pick up a few things on it, but to me, it's not terrible, and I do love the feel of it. It's like a really hardbound book. There is no band in here. Hemlock and Oak does sell a band. And if you are like, I'm really interested in that Hemlock and Oak, there is more details in the full review video and a 10% off code down below in the description. Before we finish, let me show you on top of each other. Like I said, they're both B5. They are exactly the same size. You can tell the Hemlock and Oak is a lot thicker because of those 4 monthly pages that are in every single month, the review from the last month, and then your overview for the next month. So that is going to make it thicker. It also does feel much heavier with a hardbound cover. So just to let you know, if you're looking for something lightweight and portable, but Hemlock and Oak does also make this in an A5 size. And they also make it in what they call their minimalist planner, which has less of those extra monthly review pages and everything. So that is an option if you don't think you need all those pages and all the goal setting in there, and you want it to be a little bit more lightweight. All right, this might be the most fun side by side because we've got softbound to softbound. Passion Planner cover is softbound. You can bend it, but it's got, enough in it. And Laurel Denise is pretty much the same. It might be a little bit harder to bend actually than Passion Planner, but a little bit thinner. Let's hold them up together. This is a fully used Passion Planner, so it's a little bit more poofy because I used it for about 9 months out of the year, but it does have more extra pages in it. It is a little bit thicker than the Laurel Denise, but they are both pretty lightweight and portable. Passion Planner does come with a band. They both have a pocket. in the back. And Passion Planner now, I believe, let me grab a new one. Yes, I probably should be showing you this one, but I wanted to show you used pages in this one. And you know what? I didn't show you the pen testing with Hemlock and Oak, so we will do all the pen testing at the end. But now Passion Planner for the first time ever comes with two ribbons. Laurel Denise comes with 2 ribbons and passes the ribbon test phenomenally. These are grosgrain hot pink ribbons, you guys, because these 2 little shades of pink, are an homage to the Laurel Denise hot pink color that is in, every single one of her designs. I really wanted a little homage to her hot pink, how it's also in the stitching there. And this royal blue cover is the only cover it comes in for the very first launch of academic year. We have beautiful end pages with Laurel Denise design on there, and those are like coated and thick in there. And Passion Planner, they have beautiful covers. You guys, I love this cover. I also loved this cover. I think this was my favorite Passion Planner cover of all time, which was really fun because it was a Passion Planner that I really stayed in and used for 9 months. Like I said, so well used. You can see how I use this in all of my stack videos. I give a quarterly stack planning update every year, every single quarter, and I have a playlist for every single year. So we'll link the 2025 playlist down there and the 2024 so you can see kind of what I've been using recently if you're new here. But I think while we look at the page, we're going to compare this new one that has not been used. I will say that I think pricing on the Laurel Denise I haven't got final pricing yet as of this video, but it looks like it is less than Passion Planner and less than Hemlock and Oak. But here is a look at the weekly spread in the Passion and in Laurel Denise. Passion Planner, obviously the biggest complaint everyone has about Passion Planner is the dark harshness of the print and the lines. And that was definitely something that I had to work around by putting washi tape there every week, which still doesn't fully cover it up, and it takes part of your time slots and it covers up part of your quote there. So I definitely did not like feeling like I had to have that there and cover up my quote and cover up some of my time slots, but that just takes away some of the darkness of the page. So that is an option. Passion Planner is very divided up into boxes and lines. So you have a this week's focus, good things that happened that week. I love that box, but I still prefer to have an open space where if I want to make it good things that happen every week over there, then I can make it that. You do have a today's focus box every day and it's labeled up there. Whereas in Hemlock and Oak, they have a box up there, but they don't label it. I personally prefer that. So you can use it for whatever you want. You just don't have extra print on the page. With Laurel Denise, we have this open to where if you wanted to use that space to like write your weather every day or your dinner every day or your workout every day up there, it's blank for you to do that. Or if you want to use it with washi tape, like I do, because it just brightens my week so much. I can put something seasonal on there or if there's a holiday, but it's also an open space up there for you to use if you don't want to put washi on there. And in my Hemlock and Oak, where I'm putting washi right now until my Laurel Denise starts, this is what I'm in. I'm just putting it at the bottom of the page because there really is no other great place to put it. So that works out and it does bring some of that seasonality in, but I love having it at the top where I see it and look at it just a little bit more. So that is why I asked for that washi room. Then you do have a little bit of room below your date in every box, unless you have a holiday there. Then you have the holiday like Palm Sunday. I do tend to use this box and I use it in my Hemlock and Oak too as basically like my main thing for the day, or if I have an appointment. My plan is just to be using it like this where I will just put my appointments or main thing of the day up top. I think I will just leave that area open in that box. We'll see if I end up using it. And then the bottom section, I will be dividing up into my categories like channel and home and any other list. Some weeks I have like calls and emails for a list. Some weeks I have like a cleaning list. See, every week it changes. Sometimes I want to write out longer list items here, which I can definitely do and not have to divide that. So I just love the versatility of this. And you can see how fun it looks when you coordinate a washi tape with the season and maybe throw in a color where you highlight or go around your events for the week. I can't wait to jump in and start using this, you guys. By the time this video comes out, I will have already jumped in and started using it. But as of now, I have not. So Passion Planner, you have a weekly quote and then you have a weekly challenge to go with it. I actually like a lot of their quotes, but I never really did anything with them. I'd rather have blank room on my page, to be honest. And if I want to write a motivational quote, then I can. So while I think a lot of them are very positive challenges, I just never did anything with it. You saw how the Laurel Denise is just the dot grid, 0.25 inches. You can do anything with it you want. On the Passion Planner, you have divided up personal to-do list, work to-do list, and you have those divided by top priority, and errands. And so there's just a lot of structure to it. Now, I covered mine up with washi tape, and I would do whatever I wanted with the list, but it was still a lot of structure. And these lines in their medium size are bigger than these tiny lines up here, under a half a centimeter, like maybe 0.4. Now, Passion Planner spacing does change for what size you get. This is the medium size. And these look just a hair bigger maybe. And since we're measuring all the lines right now, momAgenda comes in right at 0.5 centimeters. And these lines are 1/4 of an inch. So definitely if you have bigger handwriting, the Laurel Denise is for you. So that is a layout comparison of Passion Planner. Passion Planner, then you have your empty space over here. You have completely blank, no dot grid, nothing, space of infinite possibility. I love the name of that, but once again, I don't want that big black line and everything labeled for me. That's just my preference. As you can see though, I really loved my time in Passion Planner and enjoyed it. None of these planners come with tabs, as you can see, because bound books, pretty much the only tabs you can do on them are stair-step tabs. I personally don't like stair-step tabs myself. Passion Planner sells tabs, which I usually have put on their books. I'm not sure if I'm going to put those on my Laurel Denise, but Passion Planner has a lot of colors of tabs you can choose from. Hemlock and Oak sells their own tabs, which you can also put on the books, which I have not put on this one, as you can tell, but they have them that matches their covers. So you can check that out if you have a Hemlock and Oak. momAgenda also sells their own tabs. But for right now, if I personally was putting tabs on my Laurel Denise, I would pick Passion Planner tabs. I've used them over and over on Passion Planner and on my Golden Coils, and they have worked so well for me. Never a tab problem, never has come off, and they have so many different color tabs to choose from, and your tabs come with a blank one that you can label. But if I was going to do the Hemlock and Oak, I would probably use the Hemlock and Oak tabs because I think they go a lot better with the aesthetic of the Hemlock and Oak planner. Okay, in Passion Planner, in between every month, you do not have a dashboard page, so nothing blank to make a list on, which is more what I want to add to the Laurel Denise. But you have a monthly reflection page with reflection questions right before your next monthly layout. Here's your months. Once again, Passion Planner has a lot of boxes to fill in. Laurel Denise is just completely free. As you can see, wherever Laurel Denise lines are, they're very light gray, which I love because your page seems so clean, aesthetically pleasing, calming, and your dots are very light gray too. Your dividing line is, darker gray, and then this little dotted line just kind of decorative under your dividing line. I really like the way that turned out. Passion Planner, your boxes coming in and going out are dark gray in there. They don't split their boxes ever, but they do add in a 6th row when they need to, only on the months they need to. And then your boxes are made smaller. If you can see, your boxes are made quite a bit smaller for that month to fit in the 6th row. And then you just have a lot more coming in and going out. You have this month's focus, personal and work, people to see, places to go, things to learn, personal projects and work projects, and then a break it down and create a mind map of this month's game changer. Their holidays are also on here at the bottom of the day, but you can just see the comparison next to the Laurel Denise. All right, momAgenda is another one that I've used in this same way. I made my lists all across the bottom. I kind of ignored the way that momAgenda was made, 4 boxes down here for 4 kids or 4 areas of your life. And I would just draw my weekly lists out down here, and I would draw this out here for my weekly list and have this space up here. So you can see this is how I used momAgenda. There's room at the top of momAgenda for washi. I'll show you in a minute. You have to cover up your quote that week, but you can draw your lists out here however you wish. You just have to know you're going to be writing across dividing lines here. But since their lines are light blue, it really is easy to draw your own dividing lines and ignore them a little bit more because they're not dark or harsh. I really enjoyed my time in momAgenda using it this way. I used it for several months and it worked really well for me. All right, once again, momAgenda is the only planner that's a little bit smaller. All these other planners are about 7 by 10. momAgenda is 7 by 9. So your page is a little bit smaller, as you can tell. momAgenda has light blue lines, which, like I said, which has made it easy for me to draw across. You have to ignore all those cross lines and just write all the way across it. But that's what I did if I wanted to make my own list down here. Of course, if you want like 4 categories of your life or 4 kids spaces, then this is the planner for you because you have 4 different divisions there, which can also be great for 4 different areas of your life, like work, workout, your kids' work schedule, and maybe like a wellness check-in. You have a space for dinner at the bottom. But I ignored all that and used it for my weekly list how I needed to. You have a My Week space and it is labeled kids. They have a momAgenda line, which has cream colored paper and gray lines. I show you all that in my momAgenda review video, but everything else is the same. I prefer the light blue lines and the white paper. Your holidays up here in momAgenda are listed at the top of your day. So you do have to know if you get a couple holidays in there, then that can take up 2 or 3 spaces in your day right there. So up here is for your appointments and to-dos, or if you needed to time it out and use that as a time schedule. And down here, you could do whatever you want with. You have the month you're on plus your next month, and you have a quote every single week. Once again, I would cover up the quote with the washi tape, and then I would put some washi tape that barely fit right here. It usually worked, and I just like having the color on the page and just the little bit of decoration so you can see how it fit. Kind of covered up the B a tiny bit, and then you have those calendars there. And I would use 2 pieces usually to cover up the quote, just because I'd rather have something seasonal there. The quotes are great if you like the quote. momAgenda also sells these pen holders, which work really well on their planners. So if you're picking up a planner, you might want to pick one of those up. It matches your planner and it works really well, even with super thick pens. And I've never had one come off or anything. momAgenda does not have a pocket at the back. It has this to like hold some papers in there, but no pocket and no band either. But they do sell some really great pen holder bands that go around them. So that's something to look at. Laurel Denise also sells her pen holder little bags, which I absolutely love. And that's all in my Laurel Denise review video. All the extras, accessories from these companies are in the company review videos linked below. So that is the momAgenda page. Now, something different about momAgenda is her monthly layouts are not dispersed with your weeks throughout. So all these other planners, you have your weeks following your monthly layouts. In momAgenda, you have all your monthly layouts up front, all of them, just one after another. And momAgenda sells 18-month or 12-month planners, but you have all your monthly layouts up front and then all your weeks following. And there are no dashboard pages for the months or anything like that. So momAgenda also is a Monday only start and no choice on that. Passion Planner, I did not mention. You can pick Sunday or Monday start. That's just like Laurel Denise. If you pick a Sunday start, it's going to match your month and your week. If you pick a Monday start, it will match your month and your week too. momAgenda and Hemlock and Oak are the same, that they both have a Monday start on their monthly layout and on their weekly layout, and there's no other option. momAgenda only has the 5 weeks, just like Laurel Denise, and it's divided down here, but you do lose a little bit on even the second box. So hers is even a little bit smaller on the second box. You have your holidays up top instead of down below. You do have these really light blue lines throughout your monthly layout boxes to help you write more neatly or possibly fit more in there. You have a monthly quote, and you have your previous month and your next month at a glance up on the monthly. You have your next 2 months on the Laurel Denise. So that is the difference there. You have 2 satin ribbon bookmarks in the momAgenda that do pass the ribbon test. And the momAgenda used to be hardbound, so don't be confused. If you saw my old green one, it was hardbound. But now they have a more flexible cover. It's a little bit harder than the Laurel Denise soft flexible, but it is flexible. You can also buy an extra pocket for momAgenda to put up front there. And here's a little size comparison on that. So you can see the Laurel Denise is taller and just a smidgen wider than the momAgenda. And the momAgenda is a little bit thicker because there's more notes pages at the back, and there's also a whole bunch of pages up front, like birthdays and anniversaries and holidays, a lot of extra pages like that. All that's in my review video, but there are more pages in the momAgenda, so it is a little bit thicker. All right, we're going to get into pen testing, and that's the last thing, but I did want to share the Laurel Denise covers feel like velvet. Like they are so soft. You can tell they pick up a little bit of smudging. It looks like from things and maybe from hand oils. We'll see how that handles, but I do love the feel of it. As Laurel said, she just wants to sit there and pet it all day. And I can actually confirm that and agree with it. And if you wanted to jazz up your cover, I haven't decided yet. This is a Katie Daisy sticker. I just used up a whole bunch of my stickers on the front of my Leuchtturm, and I don't really have any other of the cool big stickers left, but this could go like in the middle. Katie Daisy sells some such cute stickers. So you could add stickers to yours or all over travel stickers. I've just used up all mine at this point. And you could have stickers going all over it. And as you add them throughout the year, then by the end of the year, it's like a special keepsake, even more so with like your personality thrown onto it. And I think these stickers look so great on this royal blue. And because it's like this smooth, I think the stickers are going to stick great on it. So that's just another idea with Laurel Denise. If you wanted to jazz up the cover and make it feel a little bit more like your own special book. Okay, pen testing. Let's do it. We're just going to go through each pen test really quickly because they're also in the full review video. Here's all my pen testing: highlighters, dual tip markers. This is 70-pound paper, which equates to 105 GSM. And if you turn it over, you can see that really you can hardly tell even that it's been written on. So it handles pen really well. Of course, it won't feel as thick as 80-pound paper, but in my experience from using the momAgenda, it handles all pen so well. Here's a page all written on with absolutely nothing on the back, so you can see a little bit better. And you can see how it still looks like a clean slate to start on. Now, I will say, I've had people say this to me: as you do write all over your 70-pound paper, you do tend to get a little bit of that crinkling feel. And so just know that, because I've heard from some people, they don't like that because you can feel the indentions. And if you use something really dark, like this dark marker to mark everything out on, you might be able to see a little bit coming through, show through, but I never had problems with bleed through in anything I use. See, you can see a tiny bit of show through here with the 70-pound paper, but no bleed through. And I have a 15% off code for momAgenda. All right, here's our pen test in the Laurel Denise 80-pound paper, you guys. And as you can see, I haven't done as much writing in this, but here's all my pen testing with highlighters. And I've not done like a dual tip marker, so let me do that down here. And let's do a really dark highlighter. All right, there's with a dual tip marker and a dark highlighter. This is a dual tip marker up there too. You can see absolutely really no ghosting. I can't see anything coming through there. So this paper is going to handle everything on it just beautifully. Oh, I can't wait to fill up this book. Although this is not the one that will get filled up, since it's only the first 3 months redated for me to start using it. Oh, that does feel so good in my hand. So almost all my videos are really unbiased, but obviously you guys are going to know I have a little bit bias towards this planner since I helped create it, but I don't think it's the planner for everyone, right? Everyone needs something different. Everybody has different preferences, and that's why I'm doing this comparison video. I'd love to hear your favorite out of these, even if you've never used any of these, and even if you're not going to purchase any of these. Just from watching this video, I'd love to hear your favorite down in the comments. So chime in which one you think would be your favorite and work best for you if you were purchasing one of these. I can't wait to read them. All right, Passion Planner, amazing 80-pound paper, you guys. I tested every pen, highlighter, dark things. You can see absolutely nothing coming through there at all. Maybe the tiniest bit of show through on the dark things, like I can see, but you probably can't even see them. You guys, it really handles. I could mark out everything in my week with my big marker, which I like to do. That's just an Erin Condren dual tip marker. And you guys, nothing would be coming through to the next week. It would be like I was starting a brand new week. And as you can see, my habit trackers fit in Passion Planner great too. They fit in any of these planners. If you're looking for a weekly or monthly habit tracker, I will link my digital download shop down there too. And last but certainly not least, Hemlock and Oak. Let's look at the back of this page, completely written on with my marker, marking everything out. And you can see like nothing coming through at all, like a fresh clean page. Hemlock and oak paper is a dream. It is such luxurious 80-pound paper. So you are going to have no problems with that paper either. All right, guys, that wraps us up. Thank you so much for sticking with me on this longer comparison video. Comparison videos with like 4 planners in them are such a bear to even try and do, but I hope this video was helpful and answered some questions. Choose your favorite out of these. Put it down in the comments below. I'd love to hear anything else you have to say about these. If you've used any of these planners, please chime in. And do not forget, if you're purchasing any of these, to use the discount code for every single one of these down below, as well as affiliate links. All right, guys, let's take a deep breath together. Breathe in through the nose, hold it, and let out through the mouth. You guys are doing great. No matter what's going on in your life, take a few seconds to breathe deep. Look for those blessings and gratitudes in your life. Write them down, name them. It will help you keep perspective through the hard times or trials that you are experiencing. That is just life. We all go through it, and we are here to help each other. Take care of yourself so you can take care of others, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.